Issue 17, Character Viewpoint. Character viewpoint is much more than showing that one character thinks something is bad while the other thinks it's not. It's way more complicated than that. If you want to be able to write from the perspective of several equally distinct people, then you have to be able to give each of them a unique approach on how they experience their life. So, how do we do this? Well, I like to begin with the primary filter. There's a thing called the law of the instrument, which centers around an old adage about a hammer and a nail. Here is our nail, sticking out of a wall. Robin, the builder, would probably walk by, see the nail, and think, I should hammer that in. But this is just her view. Instead of Robin, let's suppose Leah, the artist, walks by. She thinks to herself, I could hang a nice picture from that, or a planter. Then Harvey walks by. He sees the nail and thinks, ooh, that's rusty. Someone could get a nasty infection if they cut themselves on that. They all see the same thing, in the same place, but they all filter what they see in different ways. Robin sees it as a task to complete because, as part of her job, it's something she often needs to do. Leah sees it as an opportunity to create something because her personality leans itself to being creative. Harvey sees it as a danger because he's been educated on the types of infection that someone could possibly get from a rusty nail if they weren't careful. Now, here's the thing. Each of these three people are all smart enough to think about each of these things. Robin knows about tetanus. Harvey has hung a picture on a wall. Leah has hammered a nail here and there. Character viewpoint isn't just about what your characters know and don't know. It's how they approach what they perceive. A character might look at the world through the lens of their work, education, upbringing, fears, passions, family, and so much more. So let's say you created a character and you gave him a filter. What's next? Well, it's kind of odd, but I think of it as important. So let's start with what they hate. Everyone has something that drives them absolutely nuts, makes them angry and upset at the drop of a hat. And the funny thing is, it's often a very different thing from person to person. So it makes a great keystone to forming a completely new viewpoint. If you want to have two siblings who have the same home life and the same education, yet you want them to seem different when you write through their perspectives, then make them hate different things. Maybe the older sibling hates responsibility and practicality because those were always being pushed onto her. So she acts out by being wild and irresponsible whenever she can. While the younger sister hates housework and wearing cheap clothing because that was her lot as the youngest to do both of those. Now she spends her time running away from work and obsessing over fashion. Two people who might once have viewed their life in a very similar manner now diverge due to the things they can't stand. Of course, this isn't their entire personality. People are complex, with lots of hates and lots of loves, but this gives you, the author, a place to begin. Just a few moments thinking about things and jotting them down gives you an idea of how the world might be different for Robin than it is for Harvey, while still allowing them both to agree that someone should take care of that damn nail before someone gets hurt. Thanks for listening, and good words to you all.